What if I told you that one of the greatest football players in history was once a child whose dream nearly ended before it even began? A boy who was told he was too small. A boy whose family struggled to afford the treatment he needed. A boy who left everything behind at just 13 years old to chase a dream in a foreign country. Today, the world knows him as Lionel Messi, a World Cup champion, a football icon. But his journey to the top was anything but easy. Lionel Andrés Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. Rosario is a city where football isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. From the moment Messi could walk, he seemed to have a football at his feet. While other children played games for fun, Messi lived and breathed football. His father, Jorge Messi, worked in a steel factory and coached youth football teams. His mother, Celia Cucitini, worked hard to support the family. They lived a humble life, but they shared one thing in abundance: belief. Belief in their son. At the age of 4, Messi joined a local club called Grandoli. It quickly became clear that he was different. He wasn't the biggest player, he wasn't the strongest, but he possessed something special: an extraordinary connection with the ball. One person who played a particularly important role in his life was his grandmother, Celia. She accompanied him to training sessions, encouraged him endlessly, and believed in his talent before anyone else did. Years later, whenever Messi pointed toward the sky after scoring a goal, many saw it as a tribute to the grandmother who helped shape his dream. As Messi grew older, his talent continued to shine. At 7 years old, he joined Newell's Old Boys, one of the most respected football clubs in Rosario. There, he became part of a famous youth team, often referred to as the Machine of '87. Week after week, Messi amazed coaches, teammates, and spectators. His dribbling seemed impossible to stop. His vision was beyond his years. His ability to score goals made him stand out from everyone around him. Everything appeared to be moving in the right direction. Then came the challenge that could have ended his dream forever. At around 10 years old, Messi was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency. The condition affected his physical development and threatened his future in football. Doctors explained that he needed expensive treatment involving regular hormone injections. For Messi's family, the cost was overwhelming. The treatment cost far more than they could comfortably afford. Suddenly, one of football's brightest young talents faced a problem that skill alone could not solve. Many dreams would have ended there. Many families would have given up. The Messi family did not. They continued searching for opportunities. They continued believing. They refused to stop fighting. As time passed, it became increasingly clear that Messi needed a breakthrough. That breakthrough arrived in the year 2000. At just 13 years old, Messi traveled to Spain for a trial with FC Barcelona. Despite his small stature, he immediately impressed the club's coaches. His control, balance, intelligence, and creativity were unlike anything they had seen from a player his age. Barcelona recognized his extraordinary potential. The club agreed to bring him into its famous academy, La Masia, and support his medical treatment. It was a decision that would change football history forever. But leaving Argentina was not easy.
Messi had to leave behind friends, relatives, familiar surroundings, and everything he had ever known. He moved across the world to pursue a dream that still offered no guarantees. The transition was difficult. He missed home. He missed Rosario. He missed the life he had known. Yet every challenge only strengthened his determination. At La Masia, Messi developed rapidly. Every year he improved. Every training session pushed him further. Despite being smaller than many players around him, he consistently outperformed them. Opponents underestimated him. Defenders struggled to stop him. Coaches realized they were watching a very special talent. What made Messi remarkable wasn't only his ability, it was his mindset. He never allowed obstacles to become excuses. Instead of focusing on what he lacked, he focused on what he could control. His work ethic, his discipline, his passion, his willingness to improve every single day. Eventually, all of that hard work paid off. In October 2004, at just 17 years old, Lionel Messi made his official first-team debut for Barcelona. The small boy from Rosario had become a professional footballer. But even then, the challenges were not over. Early in his career, Messi suffered injuries that raised questions about his future. Some critics wondered whether his body could withstand the demands of elite football. Others questioned whether he could handle the pressure of playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. Messi answered every doubt in the same way. Season after season, he improved. His dribbling became legendary, his passing became extraordinary, his finishing became world-class. Soon, he was breaking records that many believed would never be touched. Trophies followed, championships followed, individual awards followed. The football world was witnessing greatness. Yet, despite all his success with Barcelona, one challenge continued to haunt him: winning with Argentina. For years, Messi carried the hopes of an entire nation. Fans desperately wanted him to lead Argentina to major international glory. But heartbreak followed heartbreak. Argentina lost the 2014 FIFA World Cup final. They lost the Copa America final in 2015. They lost again in 2016. The criticism became intense. Many questioned whether Messi could ever replicate his club success with the national team. The disappointment became so painful that, after the 2016 Copa America final, Messi announced his retirement from international football. For a moment, it seemed his journey with Argentina had come to an end. But champions are not defined by their failures. They are defined by how they respond to them. Messi returned. He kept fighting. And eventually, everything changed. In 2021, Argentina won the Copa America. After years of frustration and heartbreak, Messi finally lifted a major international trophy. The scenes were emotional, not because of the trophy itself, but because of everything it represented. The sacrifices, the criticism, the perseverance, the years of refusing to give up. Then came the final chapter, the 2022 FIFA World Cup. For Messi, it was more than a tournament. It was an opportunity to complete one of the greatest stories in sports history. Throughout the competition, he delivered unforgettable performances. He scored crucial goals. He carried Argentina through moments of immense pressure. Then came the final against France, a match that many consider one of the greatest World Cup finals ever played. After a dramatic battle, Argentina emerged victorious. Lionel Messi finally lifted the FIFA World Cup trophy. The boy who once struggled to afford medical treatment had become a world champion. The child who was told he was too small had reached the summit of world football. Today, Messi's legacy extends far beyond goals, assists, trophies, or records. His story inspires millions because it reminds us of something powerful. Greatness is not determined by where you start. It is not determined by your circumstances. Greatness is determined by courage, by the refusal to quit when life becomes difficult. Lionel Messi's journey proves that dreams are not reserved for the lucky. They belong to those who are willing to keep fighting for them. From the streets of Rosario to the pinnacle of world football, Messi's story remains one of the most inspiring journeys ever told.